Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back. In today's video, we are opening up an Elite Trainer box for the Pokémon TCG Phantasmal Flames expansion. Really excited to dive into this expansion more. It looks like there should be a lot of amazing cards, and always a big fan of the Elite Trainer boxes. Lots of great stuff inside. Really think the artwork looks amazing for this particular expansion. Love the image on the front here as well as the color scheme they've gone with. Should be interesting to see how that translates on the inside to the sleeves, the dice, etc. So looking forward to opening this up. Hopefully we'll get a good start on this expansion. So let's dive in and get started. Really happy with what we managed to get inside the box here. A lot of awesome stuff. Before we take a closer look at all of that, though, just want to call out, love how the art style has translated into the Elite Trainer box itself. Big fan of these boxes. Great way to store cards, decks, other TCG paraphernalia. And with cool artwork on the side like this, makes a great display piece on your shelf. So super happy to get this. We will put it to good use. Now, one of the cool things with the artwork, I think they've done a great job of translating it to all the different items inside the Elite Trainer box. Great images of Charizard. And you can see first up here, we've got the sleeves. Always useful to get more sleeves. And these ones are pretty impressive with that image of Charizard on there. Then we've got dice. In particular, really like the transparent blue one there, but the smaller dice look cool too. Might have been nice to see some blue integrated there, so it wasn't just all black, but still very nice. Big fan of the dice that we get across the various TCG boxes, collections, etc. Next up, we've got an awesome looking Charizard collectible coin. Love to see the artwork on these. I think they've done a great job with this one. So a cool addition to our collection. Then we've got the ever useful and interesting player's guide. We'll take a closer look at that in a minute, but big fan of these. Great way to find out some interesting details about the new expansion. Plus, they've got the great, visual card checklist at the end, so we can get some early thoughts on different cards that we want to aim for as we move through this particular expansion. Next up, we've got a nice stack of energy cards. Then a really cool full art Charcadet promo card. That's one of the big reasons why I like to get the Elite Trainer boxes, and it's one of the key things that drives me throughout the early days of a new expansion. I always want to pick up everything that has a specific promo card so that we can get all of those to add to our collection. And I think this is a really cool looking one. Awesome job on the artwork there. And anytime you can get a full art card, it's a big win. And then we've got the card dividers, and those feature a really nice image of Charizard as well. So I think across, like I said, all these different items, they've done a great job with the artwork, and still a really big fan of the color scheme. Now, in addition to all of this, there were 9 booster packs included inside the Elite Trainer box to give us a good head start into the Phantasmal Flames expansion. And I think we did pretty well here. Pretty happy overall. First up here, we've got the full art Paldean Wooper. Really love the artwork on there. I think the scene is really cool. Love the colors they've gone with. And then next up, we've got Rotom EX. Always wonderful to pick up EX cards, but Rotom is a pretty cool Pokemon in general, so happy to have Our first copy of this particular EX looks great. Then we've got Granbull, Jigglypuff, Genesect, Zacian. Really cool artwork across these cards. A cool looking Honchkrow. And then we've got Mega Lopunny EX. Really cool artwork on there. Love the different colors they've gone with. And then last but not least, we've got a Mega Diancie EX. So that's 3 EX cards and a full art card across the 9 booster packs. Really happy with that. That is a really good set of cards from an initial pack opening like this. You never quite know what you're going to get inside Elite Trainer boxes when it comes to the booster packs. So pretty happy overall, and a really good kickstart into this new expansion. And then, on top of all of that, then getting that Charcadet promo card, the cool Charizard art themed card sleeves, card dividers, the collectible coin. Really, really happy overall. I think a great start into the new expansion. Now let's take a closer look at the player's guide. So, like I mentioned earlier, big fan of the player's guide. I think it's a great introduction to the new expansion, and cool to see the artwork on the front here as well as on the inside. And, I always find that this is a really good way to kind of introduce yourself to what's going on in a new expansion, the types of cards they've included, new strategies that you might want to consider, and those strategies may not be ones that end up becoming, sort of foundational to competitive play, but it gives you an interesting starting point for some of the early testing and deck building that you might do as you sort of get into the new expansion and start to work with the different cards that are available. So I think that is really cool. And then on top of that, also, interesting to see what they're thinking in terms of interesting synergies between various Pokemon, maybe between Pokemon and particular items or stadium cards. And then, the last but not least, always really cool to see the visual checklist at the end and not only get an idea sort of across the entire expansion, with regards to what's available in that expansion, but it gives you some insight into the chase cards for the expansion. I always really enjoy looking at that last sort of page or two of the the player's guide to see those cards and see, what is going to be super rare, what are we going to be hoping for in terms of artwork and various cards that we're hoping to find as we're going through various booster packs, various collections, etc. Now, cool to see these first parts of the checklist as well, but this is a little more known and understood, not quite as exciting as those last couple of pages. But, like I said, been really impressed with where they've been going and the variety of artwork included across these different expansions. And definitely looks like this is going to be a continuation of that. A lot of amazing artwork on these various cards, which is always exciting to see. So lots of great stuff here, getting closer to those really rare ones, but definitely cool to see here. You can see there's the Mega Lopunny EX that we got in those initial 9 booster packs. Like I said, you you never really know what you're going to get in an Elite Trainer box like this, or anytime you're getting a loose batch of booster packs. So, really happy with what we managed to get. And, here we go. We got some really cool full art cards. Love the Ludicolo full art card there. Definite one that we'll be on the hunt for. Oh, there's our Paldean Wooper. Some more great full art cards over here. Love the Wigglytuff and the Meowth cards there. Really, really cool. And then let's see here. What do we've got? We've got a few supporter cards looking nice. Love the color schemes that they've gone with across the cards here. But then coming down to the bottom here, we've got the awesome Mega Charizard X full art card. That looks really cool. Love the Sharpedo as well. That is going to be a definite one that we'll be on the hunt for. It's funny, funny what they've done with the Lopunnies. Lots of stylization around Lopunny there. Should be a cool card as well. And then you can see up here, we've got that gold card, Mega Charizard X. Really, really cool. Anytime you can get a gold card like that. Not sure that we'll be able to track that one down in particular, but definitely some really cool cards here. And, like I said, these last couple of pages when you're going through those full art cards, the special EXs, and seeing the gold cards or those sort of solid color cards. Yeah, really cool stuff. So excited about the opportunities with this expansion. And then last bit here, we get to see the promo cards. Still a few promo cards that we're going to be on the hunt for this particular expansion, but really cool to see those as well. Like I said, I'm a big fan of trying to collect all of those. And that brings us to the end. So, a cool addition to the Elite Trainer box and lots of great information in there. So pretty excited about what looks to be in the Phantasmal Flames expansion. Definitely keep an eye out on the channel. We'll be opening more Phantasmal Flames collection boxes, booster packs, etc. in the coming days and weeks. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.